Hey, it's not a practice log, it's a reaction video. What do we got here? Whoa, alright, well, let's start off with this title. Let's start off with this pattern, actually. Oh my god. I'm so confused by this pattern. Oh, wait. Oh, is this the sixth string? Is that what it means? Oh, it's so weird looking at it like this. And then the fifth. No, there's no way that could be it. First off, it has 7 strings. Guitars don't have 7 strings. Don't at me at that. You know they don't. And the numbers are wrong. And the chart's wrong. Anyways, what is it that we're watching here today? It's an ad. I found an ad for Breakthrough Guitar. That's all it is. Let's see what it's about. Maybe it's good. I don't know. It's supposed to like teach you how to play guitar, or at least like get you out of the intermediate rut, I think is the term. I went to school to get out of my intermediate rut. Let's see what the rest of us can do.
There's one guitar pattern that's not talked about on YouTube, and
yeah, I wonder why. Because that pattern sucks, dude. That pattern's not anything.
the pros will tell you about it.
You know, I'll actually tell you a pattern that's really useful. I mean, if you want to learn scale patterns, like, I'd learn these. I have them on my computer, because I'm a guitar teacher. Boom. There they are. Learn those 5. I know this looks kind of weird, like you might not know exactly what it is, but this is just a G major scale covering 5 positions. I think this is what that pattern was trying to be. If you want to hear what this one sounds like, it's... There's so much more to music than just like learning how to play the major scale, of course, but like as a foundation, this is a pretty solid one, I would say. And you can kind of build everything off of that. The Guitar Pro, am I a pro? I don't know. I technically make a living with my guitar, but I'll tell you what I think. Like, at least in my career, this has been by far the most important thing for building fretboard fluency and technique. So, you know, that's what I got.
They all use it.
Ooh, man, it's not that. Oh my god. Wait, how many strings does your freaking guitar have, man? I don't understand this pattern that it's showing us. I was reading it correctly. They had the strings mislabeled. They had it starting on 1 when it should have started on 6. But just looking at this, like, first off, the first pattern starts all the way at the 6-string tuning peg. I'm not really sure what they mean by that. And then it goes... It's so close, there's just not a shift. Maybe the point is that it is that pattern, but you just have to remember where the shifts are sometimes. But I feel like that's not easier than just memorizing the 5 patterns that I gave you. Here, I'll even show you how to memorize them really easily. Let's go back to my thing. So let's take like this first one, for example. We're playing this in a position on the guitar, which if you don't know what a position is, we have our 4 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say second position, because that's what it is for G major. It doesn't really matter right now. You don't even need to understand the theory behind it. I think it's just important to learn how to play it, and then the theory will kind of come as you become fluent with the pattern. But all we're doing here is just assigning a finger to each fret. So like this is the first finger, second finger, third finger if there was a dot, fourth finger. And just say 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Just say that to yourself while looking at it, and then ask yourself, do you have it memorized? 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. And if you can say that from memory, just say it while you play. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. And, you know, try to go backwards too. It'll literally take you 5 minutes to memorize that pattern, and then tomorrow, just do the next one. And do that 5 times, 5 days. You can do it in a week, with 5-minute time commitment a day, and then you have like a solid foundation on the guitar. It's just that easy. I think what they're trying to show here, because I'm sure they won't explain it, is that this is the general pattern, but there are shifts because of how the guitar is tuned. There's going to be shifts like in various spots, which you still have to memorize where all the shifts are. So I don't see how that's any easier. I don't know, it just seems like a lot of steps to memorize a scale.
Precisely how they made guitar look so easy. I know that may sound hard to believe, but watch, and I'll prove it to you right now.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Forget everything I just said. Let's see what we got.
Look at this guitar pattern.
Look at it. Look at what they did to my boy. They put all these patterns on it.
Key that unlocks the guitar neck forever.
Which key? G, D, A, E, B, F sharp. Sorry.
You hit all the right notes without thinking. It lets you flow up and down.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to think while you're playing? What are you, freaking Einstein? What? Thinking? Thinking while you're playing? Never. Oh my god. I never think when I play. That's like my favorite thing to hear. How do you play without thinking? You don't. You're supposed to think. Thinking is good. When you're doing something that you care about, you should be thoughtful about it. You should be thinking. You shouldn't be trying to figure it out in the moment. Is that what you mean by thinking? Like, yeah, you shouldn't be trying to figure out questions on a math test when you're taking the test. You should be thinking, even if you know what's going on. Like, you have to. You don't want to just be, like, out to lunch, like, playing. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's just, that's something that I hear all the time. Like, how do you do it without thinking? You're always thinking. I've read that in a few of your guys' comments too, like talking about playing your classical pieces. You want to get to a place where you're not thinking about it, which maybe that's what you mean, like not figuring it out in the moment. But I always hear that as like you just want to be like checked out while playing. You want to just let muscle memory take over. And no, I disagree with that. You should always be thinking.
Fretboard without hesitation, and it lets you play faster and easier than you ever thought possible.
Faster the better. That's what I always say.
I bet that sounds too good to be true right now.
No, it does. To play without hesitation, that sounds way too good to be true. You have to get therapy to learn how to play without hesitation. There's no pattern that's going to help you with that.
Because I felt the same when I first heard about it too.
Nah, dude, you never hesitated to play. I bet we're not going to hear you play a darn note in this video.
First of all, have you ever got sick and tired of playing the same old stuff?
Oh, dude, don't even say that to me right now. Oh god, the same old fugue, the same old adagio, the same old Morel Sonatina. Yeah, no, dude, I've gotten sick and tired of it. I know that this is like a new format, so this is like not a practice log, you didn't see me practice. But if you look at my practice log videos, I've been working on the same music for like 300 days. Yeah, like I'm getting to a place where I'm kind of like, is this getting any better? Like, am I learning from this? I don't know. Maybe I need new music, which I do have new music. I just don't work on it as much because I like working on old stuff. I don't know. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
Your playing ever sound dull or mechanical? Or do
No. Mechanical is not how I describe my playing. I have a very human touch to my playing, I would say.
you see, most guitar players go out there and try to learn as much as they can.
What? What are you, stupid? Trying to learn things?
And things like notes and chords and scales.
You're trying to learn the fundamentals of music? Like a freaking moron? What is wrong with you, bro?
And even theory concepts like
And even theory concepts like the cage system. When I was in my 3rd semester of music theory in college, we covered the cage system. I failed those quizzes, man. That thing is hard.
cage system or the circle of fifths.
Don't put the cage system and the circle of fifths in the same category, please. The circle of fifths is literally God. And then the cage system is like, I don't even know what that is. I barely know what that is. I do know. I'm kind of figuring it out, like, in the moment right now. I never learned the cage system. I just learned, like, scales and then chords. I did what he says most guitarists do, apparently. You can spend a long time just thinking about the circle of fifths. Circle of fifths is, like, really cool and interesting, and you should study it. And you should have, like, a poster of it in your bedroom. And also just memorize it. It's sort of the foundation of everything we do here.
Some other kind of mind-numbing mental gymnastics.
It's not mind-numbing mental gymnastics, dude. Why would you say that?
That if they just keep learning, if they just keep practicing, then one day, somehow, it will all just magically come together.
But that's how it works. That is literally how it works. It does kind of feel like magic when it all comes together. But yeah, it will. Keep working on it. It's fine.
Finally be able to play the way they always wanted.
He almost played. I want to hear him play so bad.
But that never happens. And here's why. The more concepts and theory you stuff in your head, the more you have to think when you play. Yet as the pros agree, the only way to play freely is when you're not thinking.
That's not true. You know, maybe you don't think. I have a feeling you don't do a whole lot of thinking. I'm just kidding. You're like a business mastermind. I'm sure you're making a ton of money doing this. You know how much money I make doing this? Nothing. But you know what? I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Point is, killing yourself to try to...
Woo! Dude, that is so metalcore of you to say. So the point is killing yourself to try to learn everything under the sun? Wow. Dude, that's a beautiful sentence. It has like metaphor and stuff in it. Killing yourself. Am I allowed to say killing yourself on YouTube? I'm gonna bleep all those. But yeah, dude, nice.
And expecting it to somehow magically all come together in the future is climbing up the wrong ladder.
Lots of metaphor. Dude, learn it all under the sun, climb up the wrong ladder, end up killing yourself.
Only way to start playing freely where you sound musical and expressive and you can move up and down the fretboard with confidence is to start doing it today.
You can already move up and down the fretboard confidently without knowing anything. Again, confidence, not really a musical thing. It's more of like a personality thing. You can just play random notes confidently. Sound pretty good. I'll try to forget everything I know. My point is, if you're not trying to learn anything, you can just be confident. You can play that way. I don't know. Could probably audition to Berkeley and get in. if you play like that.
That brings us back to the pattern we talked about earlier.
That pattern sucks. I think I understand what they mean by that pattern. That's like the general repeating thing across the guitar. And it having 7 strings, they're not labeling it by the strings. They're just like labeling like arbitrarily from the bottom. And it's the diatonic scale. But depending on where it is on the guitar, like where your starting note is, there will be shifts. Like on what string, I mean, there will be shifts that will sort of break it up. I don't like that. That confuses me.
But as it turns out, when you take all that theory out there and you put it all together, it all boils down to this one pattern.
I mean, depends on what kind of theory we're talking about. There's a lot of chromaticism in theory, though. German augmented sixth, Neapolitan sixth. That's like 3rd semester theory stuff. Like, that's still technically the diatonic scale, just not the same one that you're in when you're using it. I mean, you can get any note that way, though, with that kind of reasoning.
Contains all the right notes for any key.
Oh, what about harmonic minor? Boom. Harmonic minor's not in there. Or melodic minor. Or any other scale that's not just the diatonic scale.
It repeats across the entire guitar neck over and over. And it lets you hit all the right notes in any song without having to think about it. And that is how the pros make it look so easy.
Oh, dude, that is so, like, I just learned how to play guitar mindset. Dude, just because you're hitting all the right notes doesn't mean you're going to sound good. What even are the right notes? You know? If only things were that easy. That scale tells you nothing of feel and taste. And tone, don't forget about tone. Tells you nothing of that.
In fact, some students actually laugh out loud when they see how easy it is. Because all that time, they just thought it had to be so much harder.
Oh. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what the scale is. Yeah, maybe I'll laugh out loud at this. Who knows? He is playing a, what is that, a wolf? I bet this guy can shred. He's not going to play for us, though. What's the point of him holding this guitar if he's not even going to play us anything?
In fact, it's so simple that most guitar players just can't see it until I...
Well, yeah, it's because most guitar players are freaking morons. Look at you guys. Look at me. We can't see the obvious. You just play the scale.
Joe Griffin said this is a magic key I've been looking for.
Is he from Family Guy? Joe Griffin. This is the magic key I've been looking for. I knew it was out there. Joe Griffin and his in Hawaii vacation where this hat, he figured it out. Good for him, man. Who's Joe Griffin? Why are you throwing names out like this?
Jason Anderson said no.
Jason Anderson. Alright, he plays guitar, you can tell. It's blurry, but I can see a blue acoustic guitar in the background. Out of all the books I bought and information I found over the years, nobody has made it this easy for me. Dude, that is the saddest thing. You spent years researching books and stuff, and all you needed was the diatonic scale. You're still gonna have to learn it in 5 positions, even if you do this thing. I don't know, maybe there's some magic method where it clicks. I might be speaking too soon.
Has ever made it this easy for me. And Renee Saying said I've been wanting to play that way so long I had tears coming out of my eyes.
Dude, oh god. Remember the first time you shred a scale and you start crying? Oh man, I remember the days. I'm finally worthy of life. For me, that was when I was 14. Woo, man. When I started shredding for the first time, I was like, this is it. When I figured out like this move, like legato shredding, oh, my life was changed.
You probably have more questions about how all this works, and the good news is I have all the answers for you.
I have all the answers. I will cleanse your soul, and you will be happy for all of eternity, and you will live by my feet, and you will feel joy. Just follow me, and I have all the answers. Don't worry.
That's why I created the free video
This
lesson
guy doesn't even have long hair. At least I have long hair, and I do have all the answers. Sign up with guitar lessons with me.
on the next page. You can just click the link you see on this video right now and go watch it for yourself.
Okay.
Now, you don't have to put in your email or anything like that.
All right, well, let's find this video. Hold on. All right, so we have a few options for videos here. 1 to